RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all.
It is August 26th. I can't believe it's the 26th already. We are flying through August. I think I say this every day. I watch the date go by and I'm like, wait, where'd the day go? I missed the day before. Today, it's just me. Miss Gina is feeling lousy again today. So you just have me. Pregnancy is not setting well with her poor stomach at this point. So she is not feeling well. We do have some congratulations to say today here in Be Boss Girl world. Sandra's daughter had a little baby boy super early this morning. I think it was 2 a.m. So there is a new boss baby here and Be Boss Girl world, and we're very, very excited. Congratulations, Sandra. So today I have gotten so many questions recently about, I want to be a social media manager. How do I start? What do I need to know? How do I need to practice? All of those types of things. So we're going to talk about being a social media manager today. And no, it's not as simple as just posting things on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. There's actually a bit that goes into being a social media manager. First of all, as somebody looking to hire a social media manager, make sure you're clarifying what it means and what a manager is. Technically, a social media manager doesn't write your content at all. They just manage the content itself. Many social media managers also are content creators. The online Facebook world specifically has devalued what that actually means, the title actually means, and expect so much more for the same amount of money. Social media management really is taking content and graphics that are already created and optimizing them for the correct platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you're posting them. However, many business owners feel that a social media manager should also create it, do the graphics, post it, and then also interact with it. That's actually not a social media manager. That's a social media strategist. So make sure that when you are looking to hire somebody, you know what you want from that position, and you really understand what questions to ask, because unfortunately the whole title thing has become, stupid and doesn't mean anything. So make sure that you're being very careful when you're hiring somebody to hire the correct person. Also be very clear when this is what you do. And many people don't understand what social media strategy is. When you're a strategist, you truly know the algorithms behind the platforms, how to post on the platforms, what types of post is working the best, what type of graphics work the best, what hashtags work the best, as well as what type of interaction you want to do, what type of engagement is important, all of those things. Now, I will say when somebody hires me for social media strategy, I will help design them a posting strategy, but I don't actually post for them at all. Strategy is one thing. Content creation is another. Management is another. So make sure that if you're looking to hire or you're looking to be something, you know which part of those you want to be. And it's perfectly acceptable if you're combining all three, but make sure that you're explaining that correctly to your potential clients. So social media strategist, social media manager. What should a social media manager know? One, you want to know what the algorithms are before they change. Get yourself on those dev calls if you can. They're very, very difficult to get on to, but try to get yourself on them. Make sure that you've gone through Facebook Blueprint training and redo it once every 3 months, at least every 3 months. Right now, I don't know if Facebook Blueprint training has changed recently, but oh my God, I hope it has, because there are so many changes to Facebook. Make sure that you've thoroughly, not skimmed, not taken somebody's blog and read about it, thoroughly read the terms of service for every single platform that you're going to post on. Facebook, I think that means like a couple hundred pages of reading. No, I'm not kidding. You do, as a social media manager, you should read those. You should know them back and forth, up and down, upside down, backwards, everything. It's very important so that you're not causing your client to post things that are against terms of service. You should be following that. You should also know what the client's code of ethics is. Lots of professional-based clients have a code of ethics. Law firms, doctors, chiropractors. Well, chiropractors are a doctor. Even salons and health coaches and OBMs have a code of ethics. Make sure you know what they are before you start creating content or posting content, because a lawyer or a doctor could literally lose their license over bad information being posted online, violating HIPAA compliance. There's so many pieces. So then the next thing for a doctor would be reading HIPAA compliance for online content. Yes, there's a lot of legal pieces that go with this and should go with this. This is not something, oh, I think I know how to use Instagram, I should post. No. Know how to use Instagram. Know how to use Instagram for that client. With the new Facebook terms of service, if you have a client that does anything health-based, a health coach, a weight loss coach, a eating disorder coach, a health coach, a doctor, a holistic doctor, there are lots of rules and regulations that go with posting online, and you have to know what they are. Otherwise, one, you could get them to lose their account, get them banned somewhere. Two, Google will stop picking them up because Google doesn't like health stuff being violated. And Google is very, very hard on natural health stuff, especially because Google is owned by Big Pharma. So you have to know these things, and you have to know the political stance, unfortunately, of each platform now, because that is affecting how you can post and what you can post and what works well for posting. It works with political stuff, works Facebook and Instagram. Political things are affecting that. Google, very much affecting it. So you need to know these things as a social media manager, and really dive into them and make sure that you're asking the right questions about the type of content you're going to be posting. If you're going to be writing content, that's even a further step of making sure that you read all of that, stay on top of it. Read the Facebook blogs, read the Instagram blogs, read Social Media Today, Social Media Examiner. Staying on top of all of those pieces is very, very important for your clients' online well-being. Social media, writing social media content and managing it is not just something you decide to do on a whim. I mean, there are many social media managers that do that. And then there's a reason why so many people hate on social media managers or think they're scamming or think they've lied or something like that, because it's not a super simple thing that you do. There's also a reason why I don't charge $100 a month to manage and write content. I've got hours worth of work into making sure that your content is legal and is not going to get you banned and all of that. So, I mean, there's a reason why those of us, there are people that will complain that there are some of us that charge a lot of money for writing content, managing content. It's because we know what we're doing and are very careful to make sure that we stay on that path. I mean, I have been part of the Facebook calls where they talk about what's coming out in beta, where we test things that are coming out before any of you even hear about it. I have a non-disclosure agreement with that, but I've been on that for Twitter. I've done that for Facebook and Instagram because they kind of go together. And I know those things 6 months ahead of time before something changes. Not all algorithm changes are put through us. We don't know all of those things, but we do know major changes to the platform, and we know what's going on and can ask questions at least. Facebook Ads Manager, we know when those things are changing and how they're changing, what's going to be happening there, all of those kinds of things. And by knowing that makes me a better manager and a better strategist as far as setting up content and knowing what will work and what won't work and all of those things. Make sure that you're definitely paying attention to all of that. There are some online social media certificates that you could get. Hootsuite has one. It's not free. but it's a pretty decent program to go through. Google also has a lot of free training, and I am drawing a complete and total blank on the name right now. Hold on a second. Let me go look. They have some free tracking tools, knowing how to use your Google Analytics. Make sure that you take a lot of training in Google Analytics, because I base a lot of what I write and how I interact with content based on Google Analytics. There's a lot of math behind, and I've talked about this with marketing. There's a whole lot of math and a whole lot of understanding statistics and all of that go with being a really solid social media manager, as well as marketing. Social media strategy is huge. Without all of those numbers and knowing how to read Google Analytics and all of that, you don't do well. Facebook, make sure your client's Facebook pixel is installed on their website, because that will help you a ton with understanding their audience and all of that. I mean, there are lots of pieces to make sure from the tech side that you really understand before you dive into all of those kinds of things as well. If you have any questions throughout the week, please feel free to ask away. I'm not going to stay on this topic all week long, because I feel like, well, not for nothing, I've spent hundreds of thousands of hours learning all of this. I'm not going to pass around every bit of my knowledge. I do train people. We do have coaching clients that we take on from time to time, and I will dive in and do a whole entire training specifically with a client and teach them how to be a super effective strategist manager. There is no great college degree for it. It's not worth your time, effort, and money. I'm a whole lot cheaper. Anything like anybody like me is a whole lot cheaper than going to college. And I didn't learn what I'm doing now in college. Believe me, it was not helpful. But make sure that you're really spending the time and putting the effort into truly understanding your client, the type of content they're going to need, what their potential clients want to see and hear. I mean, it's so much more than the 5 W's and an H, ladies. Make sure that you truly understand all of the mechanics of being a social media manager. Or if you're going to hire somebody, make sure you still understand the mechanics of what you need. You may write amazing content for yourself, but don't do great graphics. You might have great graphics, but don't write amazing content. You might have a good idea of who your clients are and what they need, but just don't have the time to write your own content and deal with it. I mean, whatever that is, make sure you're very honest with the person you're hiring and know all that they can do and will do for you. Right now, I've talked about 9 million times now, engagement is so important. That would probably be the most important thing to pay for right now. Because if you're not engaging for a minimum of, unfortunately, on Instagram, a minimum of an hour a day, and no, not all at the same time, you're not growing. And it's super important to do that. Facebook is the same way. You need to spend at least 45 minutes, an hour a day engaging on Facebook. Again, not all at the same time, to grow your audience and grow your pages and get people paying attention. Twitter is not the same, but it does take probably 15, 20 minutes a day to do that. LinkedIn is a good 45 minutes a day to get good interaction on LinkedIn. And you need to be spending time on that, or your social media is doing nothing for you. There is no ROI on it. So make sure you're paying attention to that. I'm going to keep today very short. Not having anybody to talk to, converse with, and add to makes me sad each morning, but we know Gina will be on the way to feeling better once her first trimester is over. So we will talk to you tomorrow. You have an amazing Monday, and remember to rise, become, and be, ladies.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.